Oh, hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you this. This is my studio ring light that I got recently. So, I got this recently at a garage sale and it was marketed for $10. So, can you do a little bit lower? Maybe $8? So I said, can you do it lower? They were like $8. They're like, okay, maybe just $7. They were like, no. Very lights up room very bright. Fine. So here's the ring light. It's actually $8. Not bad actually. So not on looking at it. So here you got an adjusting point here. You can raise it up to the skies or raise it down. And you got an adjusting point down there that you can't see. And adjustable feet that can fold. I'm going to lower this down. That can actually, if you loosen this, let me actually lower this down a bit more. Whoop. There it goes. So you can actually fold it up. You can see. Cords in the way. And then you can loosen this and fold it up like this. So it's pretty much portable, this photography light. But we're gonna fold it out now. For now. Whoop. There you go. Tighten it. Stand it down. Loosen this. Pull it up. There we go. So now it's back to our height. And here we can undo this screw here, this little nut. It's a little bit hard to finagle it. And here we got the actual unit itself. And the cool part about this is that it's dimmable. So it's got a photographic lamp in it. It is 50 watts and it is 5500K. RA 90, so it means the RA means color rendering index, so 90, very good. And here we could turn it off. As you can see, it says RL50 tube, so it means 50 watts. Power on off dimmer, AC 120 volt, and Flashpoint fluorescent ring light. Model number. So it's obviously it's a fluorescent ring light. And it's missing a few accessories, like probably a phone holder. And I heard these came with like a cover that you could put on here to diffuse the light a bit more. But it just came like this, basically. So here, if you just turn it on and set it to the lowest setting, you can see it starts out bright, but then it takes like almost 20 seconds for it to dim down fully all the way. Guessing so it doesn't put much stress on the lamp and it just dims it down super slowly. And this is not the dimmer because once it's dimmed all the way, oh, I turned it off by accident. And it's not the dimmer because once it's dimmed all the way, dimming, you can turn it up right away. So it's not the dimmer, it's actually the circuitry on the inside that's just dimming it super slowly. But it is a circle line lamp, so that is very cool. We could set it here, move the stand out of the way, turn it off, and to take out the lamp, you remove this connector. It's a standard circle line 4-pin connector. And then originally this, you can pop off these, which hold these clips together, which make sure the tube doesn't fall out, say during transportation or anything. And this clip was like just hanging down here at the bottom here. I was like, what is this for? But it goes around here, so that's very cool. So we can pop out these clips. Gotta be careful because they're plastic, and plastic gets brittle, especially with heat and UV light from fluorescence. So we get disconnected the plug. You just pop it out of the plastic holders. And here we got the plastic reflector. And then the plastic housing. There's basically no metal here besides the sand. And here is the photographic lamp. See, there's the etch. There's no place it's made in or anything. Not much description. I'm guessing you can buy these lamps just on the market, but then they probably want you to buy their lamp. So if you research this exact one, you probably see it under the Flashpoint brand, and they'll charge a lot for it. So, but actually, I don't know yet, but they discontinued their fluorescent one in favor for LED. So I'm guessing you can't really find it much, but it does make a good necklace. But always be careful, of course. But this is super large compared to standard circle lines. Like this right here is a 22 watt circle line. This is what you will mostly find, and look at the difference. 22 watt, 50 watt. You can just see the difference. And it's a T5, so it's kind of like a high output almost. Very cool. This one's 22 watts. And this one's 50 watts. This one's also 22 watts. And it's the same tube diameter, so you can see just the difference. Very cool. And just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and try it on this fixture. This dimmer type of thing. We'll just plop it in here. So it turns on like standard. It actually is regulating the brightness for it. Actually very nice. It's not really overdriving it much or anything, but it should be dimming. Yeah, it's dimming. There it goes. Might be hard to see on camera, but it is dimming. Very nice. Of course, it takes a bit to dim. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Pluck it out. And here we got a 20 watt circle line. We'll just go ahead and try that out just to see how it functions. Oh no, I don't know if the clip is going to go in there all the way. Ah, still works. Runs beautifully. Obviously, it's got a bit of smarts in there to regulate the voltage and dim it for the lamp. To regulate the power going to the lamp. Very nice. That's bright, I guess. It's not really doing a good job dimming, especially with different wattages of lamps. Since it's probably already dimmed it to regulate the wattage for this smaller of a lamp, so then when you dim it, not much happens. So, very cool. And we'll just try out the 22 watt one. And this one's very old, so I like to see how it functions. I'm guessing if something is this smart and dimmable, it's gotta have some sort of EOL protection, but this one's not too close to EOL. Turns on like standard. Yeah, so it's very nice of a ballast. It's definitely bigger of a ballast with more components than a standard one. But yeah, it works. That's bright. So very cool. So you can go ahead and put in the regular lamp here. Get our big 50 watt photographic lamp. It's hardly used either. And I'm sure this ballast has to have cathode heating, which is needed for any dimming types of things. Because if you don't have the cathodes heated, it can really kill the lamp easily. So put on our little clips. Ooh, goodness. Still works. So yeah, very nice. Lights up the area very nicely. It's very bright, to say the least. I mean, it is 50 watts, so it is quite bright. So you would use this for taking photos and stuff like that. And we can dim it here. Dimming. Dimming. Still dimming. They also do make these in different sizes, and I see one bigger than this, like very big. But sadly, I think they got rid of it. At least when I saw it at the place. So yeah, right now it's very dim. And let's take a look at our kilowatt meter here. So it has a power factor of 0.5. And amp, 0.1 amp. Watts, 9 watts when it's dimmed. 9 watts. That dims super well. If it can get to 50 watts to 9 watts, that is very good dimming right there. So we'll brighten it. Whoop-oo. And it immediately skyrockets to almost 40 watts. Say the Yeah, it's about 40 watts, so it's not really running at full capacity. Power factor of 0.5 still, and 0.6 amps when it's brightened. And we'll just look at the kilowatt meter if you can see it, and we'll dim it down. So you see the numbers going down, 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 as it slowly just dims it. When they stop, then you know it's dim. Very nice. Guessing they stopped. Yep. That's very cool. Yeah. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video on this Flashpoint fluorescent circle line photography light that comes with a nice durable metal stand that you can mount it on and everything. And as a plus, you can also adjust the angle of where you want it. Very cool. So, and thanks for watching. Bow, wow, wow, wow.